Hello, my name is Zachary Cassie, and here is Milestone 2 for Game 310. And so just getting right into it. What I said I would do this week uh, in my milestone schedule was to spawn the enemies in, implement the AI systems, add more alarms to get everything working so that way there is something for the player to actually fight. And so I have these two guards kind of just sitting out front, just being stationed there. Don't want them necessarily roaming around. I added a sniper over here just so that there was a little bit of confliction if the player decided they want to stay up in that tower. There is a threat over here that can take them out that isn't just the other enemies that are sorted. And so I have this enemy over here associated with this alarm box. I tried to make sure that there was at least one enemy for each alarm box that made sense, besides that one in the far corner. Figured it would just be nice to have something that distracts the player enough to where they see it, they understand they have to take it out, but don't necessarily know if there are enemies that are associated with it. So I have this cluster of enemies right here in this large area. This is a defend and move around zone, so they're free to move around, do whatever. And once I add in like a lot more of the set design and the smaller objects, you can easily see how the enemies can like move around in between things, get cover when the player does start attacking. In this little shed, I have one dude stationed out here just as a watch over, and then one of the VIPs inside of the shed in here. I believe he's the cult scientist. So once I get to designing the set and everything, put more like lab equipment and stuff, but this is his little zone. It is kind of where he'll stay for the entirety since he's connected with this defend zone. This enemy is over here, meant to be like the first person the player takes out when they come in through this way. They're not meant to move away from this zone, they're just stationed there. In here, I did add in some more projectiles, like some arrows, some throwing knives for the stealth playthrough, or the stealth path. These two enemies right here have a defend and move zone in this large area. One of the things I found when like testing everything out is if the player's not within this zone, the melee enemies won't come to attack them. So in theory, if the player's doing stealth and have all the alarms disabled, they could stand in this area to avoid getting closer to the angel enemies. But I doubt very many people will do that, especially when there's more stuff covering in this area. They'll be more inclined to get closer. Have these enemies over here for this alarm box. These enemies over here are kind of just patrolling this area for the uh, like louder playthrough. When the player comes in through here, there are still some enemies that they'll have to deal with. This person right here that's just walking along this path right here, just again, another stationary enemy. Here is the other VIP. There's two in total. This is where the like large operation of the creation is gonna be. This is the chemist VIP, and all three of these enemies are kind of trapped inside of the barn right here. And this enemy right here is attached to this alarm because if I also noticed that if no one's attached to the alarm system, then the alarms necessarily won't get turned on. And so thank you very much and have a wonderful rest of your day.